Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're with us on this Monday morning, getting started off with another big week on our show. We appreciate your viewership. Our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and hard-working crew taking care of everyday comfort needs. We're looking at a high today, only getting up around 84 or so that's going to be a good situation there. So we're looking at the water temperature has been interesting now. Actually, it's 86 degrees. It's always brought to us by Maranta Coffee Company, Miss Ariel Payne. And the low tonight now is going to get down to like 76. So a little bit cooler, with the rain we've had cooling things off and all, we're all set. Our Monday moon phase brought to us by the good folks at Panama City Coca-Cola. We're in the waxing phase. We're going to have that full moon coming up this weekend on Saturday night. It'll be that full moon. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're back in good tides this week. All right, how about a high tide this morning at 5:48 and a low tide about 5:54 this afternoon. Our marine forecast becoming southeast at about 10 to 15. That's about a normal breeze we're having in the summertime. Got a special guest here, so let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks, and welcome familiar face here, regular guest with us, Jerry Forhand.
It's good to be back with you.
Always glad to have Jerry. He's such a good fisherman. I sort of get envious because he's always sending me pictures. I'm always working, but he's doing a lot of fishing, catching a lot of fish. But we're going to start off, Jerry. You brought these old paddles. And I love old paddles. I love everything old, but old paddles are special because we all remember our grandparents, our granddaddies doing this.
That's right.
So tell us about this. Is the first one.
Well, that is my grandpa Forehand's paddle.
Wow.
That he used like at the dead lakes and the creeks around it and the like. And my uncle actually gave me that paddle.
Yeah.
And so that's very historical in my book. And
oh yeah.
It'll probably go to one of my daughter,
okay,
if she's wanting it, and if not, it'll.
That's cool. What a great.
And the other one I have.
What a great family heritage.
Yeah, this one is hand carved by my father.
Okay.
You can see it's very light.
Hey, there's that little notch, right? I mean,
well, yeah, you always had to have a keeper on the back of the boat.
What is this notch for?
That's so you can turn the paddle loose, and it'll float behind the boat, but it hangs on to a little U-shaped bracket that it will stop it from floating back. If you notice, the first one had a tire.
Right here.
Yes.
You see that one? Yep. And,
so those are for the back of the boat, paddling.
Right. For sculling.
Sculling. It was sculling. I learned to scull at an early age, and I sculled halfway around Wimico when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And this one right here is one that you use on the front of the boat because they had bateaus.
Yeah.
And that was my uncle's paddle right there.
That is cool.
And he just hand one instead of on the back. He did this because I think he wanted to be first to fish.
You can't blame him for that.
No.
How
but
cool
those
is
are
that?
kind of unique, and
that's
maybe
special.
There'd be somebody in the history.
This is your granddaddy's. The first one we held up. Your granddaddy's.
Right.
Okay. It's just bare wood,
yeah.
And then your dad's. And I noticed this because mine just had a little bit of paint on it. They painted over it.
They did.
They found out even though cypress would finally would sort of do away, so they started painting them probably in the 30s or 40s, whatever.
Oh yeah, that's the original paint on that one.
That is so cool. Yeah. That's really neat.
They're antiques, no doubt. Well, for a paddle anyway.
Yeah, and they made their own paddles.
They did.
They didn't go to Western Auto wherever and bought paddles.
No.
So that's cool. I'm glad you brought those.
I could have brought my old paddle, but it's metal. With a plastic blade.
Yeah.
Everybody's got them on their boat now, but it's still important to have a paddle.
It's a big deal. Like the old Cartercraft I have right back here, the old Cartercraft salesman display paddle. That shows how important it was back in those days, even when they made boats and all.
I noticed yesterday or the day before, you had a picture of a green boat. Mm-hmm. If you looked real close, it had that notch on the back of it.
Yeah, the sculling notch.
Sculling notch.
That that's something that's becoming a lost art. The sculling like that.
It is. But It still comes in handy once in a while if I take a bateau or something.
Our young people would not know how to scull if they had to do that. So tell us about what kind of, we've got pictures we'll show them next segment.
Okay.
What you been up to?
Well, I probably enjoy saltwater fishing, salt life, more than just the going out there. You don't see trees, you don't see nothing, but you still see lots of wonderful stuff going offshore. And it's just the thrill of that big bite.
Yeah.
The potential. I'm known by one more down, boys.
One more down.
One more spot. But it's amazing. I'm an optimist. That one spot may put half the fish in the cooler.
There you go.
My days, the other day, I had a 19-hour day.
Whoa.
From the time I got up till I went to bed, it was 19 hours.
It was just solid going.
It was going, and we fished. We came in, you could barely see the boat landing. Run the trail coming back so we don't hit nothing.
But y'all had a good day.
But we had a good day. It was, and it was just two of us on this trip.
Oh, yeah?
And those are the pictures of what we got. We caught a cooler full, and there was just two of them. But when you see the pictures, you'll know why it filled the cooler up.
I know that was fun.
Really great fish.
Yeah.
Great fish.
We got the pictures coming up, so let's go and take a quick break. We'll come back with these pictures. Okay, welcome back. Always glad you're with us starting off the week right here. And we're going to start off with a good fisherman, a guy that fishes all the time. And we were talking, I called you the other day, a week or two ago, and what was he doing? He was fishing. And tell us about, and you couldn't talk. I said, I'm not going to talk too long with you fishing. Tell us about that, True.
Oh, well, you're talking about, I took our pastor. He has a nice garden every year.
This is brother Craig Connor down at First Baptist downtown.
And so I wanted to show him our river system. I was able to show him from out of Iola. We went, looked at and fished several spots, but the fish didn't cooperate very much because of the rising river. The brim shut off. We tried to fly fish.
Okay.
He wants to relearn fly fishing, and so we tried catching them on flies, and I think we might have caught 3 fish. But we ended up caught a nice mess of fish off of Steve Burkett's houseboat.
Oh, okay.
We got on it and got in the shade. It was hot. And caught some really nice shell cracker.
That shows that being versatile on a trip, trying 2 or 3 different things in different spots.
That's right. I'm for versatility.
Yeah. And
something gonna make them bite.
Yeah. And my brother Connor, I know he grew up in Hilliard over there by Jacksonville, out in the country. So I know growing up he did fishing and all. Then you get busy, and especially being a pastor. A pastor's life is just so much. So I'm so glad to see him getting back into fishing, and I'm glad you're taking him.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to find the fish and take him again, because he has Fridays off.
Okay.
That's his day off.
That's his day off.
Well, our church is closed on Friday.
That's good. Okay, so we let's go to this trip here. This is great because he's inshore fishing in the rivers and creeks and all. But he talked about how much he loves offshore fishing. So this first picture here, this is one of your trip you're just talking about. Tell us about, wow, look at those fish.
Yeah, that's my buddy Steve Johnson. He's my boat driver when I'm going out and when I'm coming in. So I get to rest, but I typically hold us up with the engine in reverse. And
wow,
I fish kind of out the side. And
I mean, that's a nice mess of fish.
Yeah, those are some of the biggest beeliners we have caught in a long time. I mean, that's a 144 quart cooler, and some of them's wider, longer than the cooler's wide.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured some of them weighed 2.5, maybe 3 pounds.
They're going down the other angle. Look at them.
And you can see we caught our limit of red grouper, and that really is about a 30-inch grouper right there.
Yeah.
And we had 3 of us there's a good
there it is, how big, that's a big cooler. Look how big they are. That is big for beeline.
They are big.
That's healthy.
Hey, they fight good. We're fishing 165 feet of water, and Yeah, you get him on, and it's a tussle because he'll fight you all the way to the top.
How deep were y'all?
165
Whoa,
feet.
y'all were down there.
We were 42 miles out of Indian Pass.
And the grouper, how big were those?
Yeah, those, I think the one on one I'm holding is 24 inches.
Wow.
And the other one he's got is about 30 inches.
Wow.
But they are really nice fish.
Now you sent these pictures too.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Well, it's kind of unique. That's looking west, and it doesn't show quite as bright as I was hoping.
Yeah.
But the top cloud is the sunrise version, and the rest of it's still in the shade.
Oh, cool.
So I shot that through the window of the vehicle.
Yeah.
While we were going down there. We were just about there. That's looking through St. Joe Bay.
Y'all going down to
Indian Pass.
Yeah.
I like to fish out of it.
Yeah.
And what was unique about the fishing trip was slack tide.
Oh, man.
You know, we always want strong tides inshore. Mm-hmm. You want no tides offshore. Mm-hmm. So I looked at the tides. I was going no matter what the tide was, but I looked, and that was the flattest tide for fishing. And I could pull up on a spot. I didn't even have to go to reverse after sitting on top of we could fish 15, 20 minutes and not move. Now that's unusual out there.
Yeah, it is very unusual.
We'd catch 3 or 4 fish, and I'd say, well, let's move a little closer, because we'd be 50 feet from the spot. You know, so we congregated our fish, and those beeliners were very cooperative. You've got one more fish picture, I believe.
Were you talking about that shark or what? Let's see if I found that. Let me see. I got it.
There it is.
Oh, here it is, right.
All right. That's our worst enemy out there.
I'm gonna zoom in. What is this right here?
All right, that's the bait, cut bait that we were using for snapper.
All right.
And I thought that would be.
How'd you get this picture?
Well, just with a
click,
phone camera.
Oh, isn't that cool?
You know, you can tell it was calm water.
Wow.
And so, he's underwater, and my camera's above the water. You can get a good picture like that, but I ain't sticking mine underwater.
That's cool, because I thought the camera was underwater. So right now, your camera's on top.
It's on top, yeah. And
it was clear.
Yeah.
How big is he, you think?
8 foot.
8-footer.
Yeah, because we rolled him up, and I've rolled other sharks up to the top, flip them over upside down, and he'll just go to sleep. I mean, he quits fighting. You can get your hook out, and I've done it, and they'll just float down upside down. So I guess when they hit the bottom, they revive.
Well, I was talking because you fish all the time, and you said at the beginning of the summer there was a little slack on shark. What happened there?
I had no shark problems early.
Yeah.
But lately, it's just been terrible. You got to figure every time we hook a good fish, you're going to probably, at least 1 out of 4, they're going to get. At least, because this past trip, you saw the nice fish. We probably lost 6 hooks.
Wow.
And the trip before, when I had 4 guys, we probably lost 20.
Wow.
Now, that's not just losing gear to the bottom. That's a quality fish.
Quality fish.
So we take ours, and we got to do something with the shark problem. I don't know who's saying they're not a problem, and they need to be protected.
There's a bunch of them.
But there are so many out there, and I'm not the only boat that's losing rigs to sharks. Everybody. So I believe the sharks eat more fish out there than we do. Because they're there 7 days a week.
Well, you know, I know they're trained now, like a dolphin, to follow the boat. They hear the boat noise.
Yes.
And that's going to be a buffet where that boat goes. It's going to be right behind
you can leave one spot and go a half a mile, and because of porpoises, and you watch them, they'll come to you. That half mile's nothing to them. They heard the dinner bell once, and they come in. So we'll run 5 miles in, and we can get away from them.
They're smart.
They are very smart.
They're one of the things on these sharks, though, we talked about it before. They just seem like increasingly got worse and worse. It was interesting though when you told me at the beginning of summer it was a little slack.
Yeah. Well, I was inshore. I wasn't in as deep a water. I was less than 100 foot.
And so you find a lot more the deeper you go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the other day we all 4 hooked up on big fish, and bang, 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 all of us lost it to sharks.
No way.
4. So there was not just one shark there. There was 4. Because we all got bit at the same time.
Yeah. We're talking about reports and everything, and people talking about fishing. Here's Jerry out there actually seeing this in person and talking about it. This is a first-hand experience with those sharks out there.
Yeah, I'd like to see what they are doing to want to keep so many sharks.
I don't.
Why are they protected?
I don't know. They're catching a bunch of them now, and but
you can feed the hunger, and sharks taste good. You can cook them; they taste like a pork chop. They're firm.
I've never eaten shark.
Yeah, it's a firm piece of meat.
Yeah.
And you can flavor it any way you want. And when you slice it, it's not like a soft fish.
Okay.
It's firm meat.
So you cooked it before?
I have cooked it before.
On a grill or just?
I've fried it. I've cooked it on the grill.
Yeah.
And the black tips is the ones that we like. Of course, that's inshore. And you can do it. But as long as, we used to could take the slab we wanted. Now, I agree, fish should be landed whole.
Yeah.
But sharks, they ought to make an exception for and let you keep that top tenderloin, because that's what you want, above the stomach, nothing, and maybe some behind it, but nothing touching near that lactic acid, because it comes through the skin.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Let's take our final break. We'll be right back with Jerry Forhand. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a quick look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 7:46 to 9:46 this morning, and 8:13 to 10:13 tonight. And we all talk about these fishing game times. I know you're out there on the big pond, and also you fly fishing on the willow tree, and you've seen the time go back and forth.
Yeah. I think it probably works as good offshore.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Because we'll go through stretches. We know there's fish there. We can't entice them enough. But that magic, and this week, it's the last 2 trips, it's been middle, late afternoon, which kind of coincided with the fishing times. And you got to get a bunch of things in line for them to really catch.
Yeah.
Well,
that's interesting. We're talking about, I know you and your family, y'all love to go crabbing in the summertime. Have you done any crabbing this summer?
They were here for 4th of July, and so we were in my small boat that I crab out of, and we went and watched the fireworks. Okay. And we watched fireworks for, seemed like 2 hours. There were spots that, Panama City's was good, but there was somebody else that must have shot $1 million worth of fireworks.
You can see people all over now, don't you?
You can see the beach, you can see everything. So after that was over, let the boat traffic kind of leave, and we started crabbing. I had carried my lights, and so we put them on the front of the boat, and we crabbed about 2 hours and had 2 dozen, and the fattest crabs I've ever had. They were really best crabs. I know a good crab when I see one. Yeah. And when you pick him up in the net and he's heavy, you just hit the jackpot.
That's interesting. Y'all about 2 or 3 feet, or just?
I'm generally, if my boat will float in it, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
But normally no more than 2 feet.
That's cool.
But my lights shine really good. I got 2 LEDs that are all the way across the boat, and they're not underwater, so it needs to be decent, calm. Just find the calm side.
We're talking about, the weather's so hot this summer, what a great thing to do at night, like sitting out, all kind of things you can do.
And I'm considering going off, because we caught 4 real nice mangrove snapper on the 2 trips ago, and then we had about a 24-incher mangrove. So I'm thinking about going late in the afternoon, fishing my spots, and just sitting there. It's a long trip in, going slow, because I don't have radar. Yeah. Just run the trail and pray that there's nothing in front of me.
I may have to squeeze some time in to go with you then, because I'm so busy. You ask me all the time, I'm always got something to go. I appreciate you. And don't forget, keep asking.
I will.
But now you have you do an Okeechobee trip, don't you?
I do, yes.
So tell us about it.
Well, we went late, but my grandson's out of school in June. Okay. And we caught those big cichlids and a few Oscars right there in the Rim Canal. Yeah. And the water was so low till it was we had to find them. But when we found them, and we could catch them on lures. Now, my grandson really enjoyed casting down the rocks and reeling back and catching those, 11-inch cichlids, Mayan cichlids, and they're very good eating.
Are they?
Yeah, you can ask my Sunday school class. They love chips, and that's it's a small fillet, and they are delicious.
You were telling me you did a fish fry a while back, and how many people you feed?
Well, a Sunday school class fed 71 people out of my freezer. So yes, we do eat the fish that we catch.
I know you do.
And everybody gets a share.
Y'all know you put a fish fry together for like 10, 12, 15 people. That's a big fish fry. But you did 71.
Fed 71 people. I had a crew out there. My fishing crew helped me cook, and I had borrowed one of Johnny Taylor's commercial cooker, and I had another cooker beside it. So we rolled them out and was on time.
That's special.
I had to listen to the preacher's sermon though that afternoon on YouTube.
Oh, that's great. Good that you do that. And I know you're doing all kinds of other things too. Anything else going on? You building houses?
Well, yeah, I build low-income housing for the city of Panama City, and we just probably pour slab today or tomorrow on some new ones. We've got, I think, 3 lined up. As soon as all the paperwork is done, then we'll start doing that. We've built, I think, 10 in the last 2 years for them, which is plenty for me. But
that's a lot.
I have a partner, and he's my fishing partner too, and he stands beside me, Roy. Yeah. And he is just a good personal friend.
Oh, that's great. And that's the thing about the outdoors. You can share outdoors. So good friends and take new people all the time.
That's right. And I do like to take new people.
Yeah, I know you do. That's good for you. Well, we got about a minute left. Are you doing any mission work this summer, or have y'all been busy? You're real good.
Most of my mission work is local.
Okay.
That's in essence. I don't meet anybody that I don't express how good God is. Yeah.
And don't you really feel it strong when you get out there 30 miles or whatever, or back in those sloughs and rivers and by yourself sometimes?
Yes. It's no greater peace than to be a lot of times by yourself or with somebody that don't talk. Just enjoying nature. Sitting in a deer stand, it don't get any better and peaceful. And communicate with God.
That's why I enjoy having you on, because you have that deep love for it too. Thank you, Jerry.
I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me come on.
Appreciate it. Y'all do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the great outdoors. Let's take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.